Yes. It's not all government staff that are not committed. For example, she was calling me today at 6 a.m. to be here.
That's the producer.
The producer.
The producer. So let's get it right.
So she's working hard on a
Yes, she
Saturday.
is.
Just like you people here too.
Thank you so much, sir.
I want to also disagree with my colleague a little bit that when it comes to the public sector, honestly, salary is a factor. I run my human resources consulting company called Ace Human Resources Consulting Limited. And
Mr. Tanner, that's advertisement.
okay, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
Take his word.
Yes, I'll pay for it. So one of the things we do is recruitment.
Yes.
And someone calls me and says, please, sir, we want your company to recruit for us a dispatch rider. And I asked them, what salary do you want to pay the dispatch rider? And they say 45,000 naira in a month. And then I tell them, I'm sorry, our hands are full. We are doing other recruitments. If we accept your recruitment now, we will delay you. And someone who is smart says, is it because of the salary? And then I speak the truth. I say, at this time, how do you expect someone to pay rent, take a lunch at the office, pay transport to the office, pay school fees for the child, and then have some money to save to buy clothes for 45,000 naira? And then they begin to say, Oga, how much do you think we should pay? And I try to give back, because at this stage, I'm also trying to give back. Now, when you now come to government, in 2012, after working in international organizations and the private sector, I decided that let me give a shot in the government. So I actually picked up a job as a Deputy Director, Human Resources and Administration in a federal government agency under Ministry of Transport. As a Deputy Director, not in the typical civil service, in an agency that the salary was supposed to be high because it was a research.
That's level 6 then.
Yes. I was earning 270,000 naira in a month.
Yes, that's civil service.
That was how many years ago, sir?
That was 2012,
2012.
2014.
That's 12 years ago.
Yes.
You're earning like 370.
Yeah, so please, I want, if the government is listening, the salary in the public sector is too low and productivity will be low. Corruption will come in because people will try to make up. As a deputy director, I had to pay rent from 270,000 naira, feed my children, pay school fees, and so on and so forth. So when we are talking about motivation, please, the government, every other thing is there, but they should do something about remuneration. Now, when it comes to the private sector, motivation is beyond money, because in the private sector, the money is usually always there most of the time. But then you discover that there are other factors that lead to motivation. Very simple and basic, which are advised entrepreneurs and business owners. Give your employees appointment letters. Let them be able to go back and show their wives and their husbands and children that, look, I have this. Give them, indicate in the HR policy manual and in the performance management system, which you have oriented them, what they will get if they exceed expectations at the end of the year. The best form of motivation is to make an employee a stakeholder.
Yes, good one.
Not money. Make them feel like they're a stakeholder. And how do you make them to feel like a stakeholder? Give somebody a staff handbook that says that at the end of the year, as you are working, we will set key performance indicators for you. We will set 5. If you achieve 4, it means you have exceeded expectations. And your salary will go up by 2%.
So it still comes back again to the naira and
exactly. Your salary will go up by 2%. So even when you travel away, they are stakeholders. They know that if this business goes well and there's profitability, and my performance based on the key performance indicators assesses me and grades me in exceeded expectations, I will get 2% salary increase. You see, that is their motivation.
Yes.
It's not because you are standing and looking over their shoulders
and
with
making them work.
Okay, so if the government can try to introduce this motivational, dynamics,
Yeah.
then you will see that even the public sector will change.